Hallo liebe Kollegen in Deutschland. Selamat datang, herzlich willkommen in Malaysia. My name is Sigrid Erdmann. I have been working for BAT since 17 years. For the last 5 years I worked in different HR positions all over the world. I've been to London, I've been to Budapest, and now I'm here in KL. I'm responsible for HR in Malaysia, and even though we are already the #1 in Malaysia, we are still on our own journey. We are on a journey doing a winning organization project which will keep us growing as a company. The key elements of any such journey for us in order to beat the competition here in Malaysia but also in the rest of the world are to enhance our productivity even further, to work on sensible regulation. We want to keep growing our existing very good brand portfolio, and we want to build a very powerful trade marketing and distribution. To achieve all this, we also engage our employees and we make them participate in our very own change management initiatives. During the following video, you will meet some of my colleagues here, and this will give you quite a good flavor of really how multicultural and exciting Malaysia is.
Malaysia is one of the fastest growing nations in Asia with solid financial, industrial and political infrastructure. Malaysia boasts centuries-old colonial architecture as well as modern world-class architecture, including the famous Petronas Twin Towers. A land well known for its tropical beaches, Malaysia is a popular tourist destination with over 15 million visitors a year. Malaysia is one of the most successful, multicultural and multi-religious societies on earth. It has a uniquely diverse group of people who live in peace and harmony side by side. To be Malaysian is to be truly Asian. The tobacco industry is one of the pillars of the Malaysian economy. In 2004, it contributed more than 1.8 billion Malaysian ringgit, or about 400 million euros in indirect taxes. As an important contributor, the industry provides over 40,000 jobs in the agriculture sector, involving farmers, curers, grower-curers, and station workers. In 2004, the tobacco industry as a whole provided a livelihood to more than 90,000 Malaysians. Tobacco is grown in many areas across the country, including in the states of Kelantan, Terengganu, Kedah, and Sabah. In Malaysia, there are 5 main tobacco manufacturers, namely British American Tobacco Malaysia, JT International Berhad, and Godfrey Philip Morris for white cigarettes, and PT Sempurna and Golden Globe, producing clove cigarettes. At the end of the first half of 2005, BAT Malaysia commanded nearly 64% of the market share with its brands Dunhill, Pall Mall, Kent, Peter Stuyvesant, Benson & Hedges, and Pirellis. Although our market share is impressive, the Malaysian tobacco industry is facing 3 main challenges which are affecting the way we do business. They are regulations, which are becoming more stringent and are limiting our marketing avenues; competition, which is intensifying locally and regionally; and illicit trade, which now accounts for 16% of the domestic market. There is a large and varied expatriate population in Malaysia. Many are employed with global organizations who provide attractive packages, comfortable living arrangements, and comprehensive health plans. Since English is widely spoken by most Malaysians, language is not a barrier. Also, many expatriates find that it's easy to adapt to the local lifestyle without jeopardizing their own.
Definitely an easy integration because, I mean, at the end of the day, a lot of Malaysians are used to different cultures, and we do have within Malaysia itself, we have 3 key nationalities, that is the Malays, the Chinese and the Indians. and each of us are different. So Malaysians are used to dealing with people who come from diverse backgrounds. So actually an expatriate coming in would have no issues. I mean, as far as the Malaysians are concerned, they would not have culture shock. I would say a lot of expatriates tend to be more vocal. The good thing about that is I think as Asians, or rather Southeast Asians, tend to be a little bit more conservative and tend to speak up less. So it's a good thing that we can learn from the expatriates.
I suppose the expatriates face a couple of weeks of bedding into the Malaysian culture. And I think that they integrate very quickly and very well into Malaysian culture and into BAT Malaysia specifically.
Malaysia is a country full of surprises. So one of the most surprising issues for me here was that you can even come across some Germans. And I met a German, believe it or not, here in BAT. So over to Richard, my German colleague.
Okay. Grüß Gott, Kollegen in Deutschland. Ich komme aus dem anderen Teil von Deutschland, aus dem Süden. Ursprünglich komme ich aus München. Ich bin seit 3,5 Jahren bei BAT und seit 2004 in Malaysia. Hier bin ich für Trade Marketing zuständig. Now, since 2004 I'm living in Malaysia. I'm having my family here and we enjoy the life in Malaysia very much. The lifestyle is very accommodating for us, especially for the family. Medical facilities are top class. Availability of goods and services is readily available everywhere in KL. Although one has to say KL is not Malaysia. You do have a lot of differences within the country. From a professional perspective, I also do enjoy the work and the work with the colleagues here in Malaysia. We do have quite significant tasks in trade marketing to implement DX, to implement channel management, to establish the role of trade marketing within the company, which has been a very, very successful company over the last 40 years, very much based on ATL and on distribution. The food in Malaysia is excellent once you're prepared to try new things. Clothes has a little bit of an issue. The length of the clothes is not so readily available, and the shoe size, I have 48, is a challenge. But Singapore is not so far, and shoemakers are also available. And tailors are quite affordable.
So come to Malaysia, you'll love it.